I'm literally shaking right now. There were these two dogs that had gotten into a fight outside my front house. The owners were trying to rip the dogs apart, but they didn't know how to do it properly. So what they were doing ended up causing more damage. One dog had a hold of the ear. So if your dog bites onto another's ear and all you do is try to rip your dog off, you're gonna rip the ear off. They were putting their hands on the dog's like jaws. They were getting bit. They were making the situation worse. I ran outside the front door and I started yelling. I was like, grab their back legs, pull them apart by their back legs. You gotta lift their back legs up. This is what to do if your dog ever gets into a dog fight. Either your dog started it or your dog is being attacked. It's good to know what to do in the event that this happens. The owners need to go from the behind, grab their back legs, lift their back legs up, and pull them apart. This will typically cause the dog to let go and turn. He may try to bite you, so be aware of that. Another way to break up a dog fight is to grab the scruff where their tail is, right about there, and yank up on it, and that'll usually cause them to turn. Lastly, if a dog is attacking a child and you need to get that dog off the child immediately, go in and choke the dog out, whether it's grabbing their collar and twisting it so that it cuts off airflow. You can use a leash and wrap it around their neck to cut off that airflow. You can use your hand or your arm, but note you're likely to get bitten if you're putting yourself in that middle of that dog fight.
Oh, hey. Sit. No. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. No. It's okay. They're not so scary. Do you want to go see them? Here, let's go see them.
This is the dog seatbelt my pup had on during the car crash. It's from carleash.com. I think there's 20% off right now if you go and purchase them. Originally, I had gotten this dog seatbelt from Amazon. However, I was informed that they can mess up the inner mechanism of this by pulling. It bends the metal and destroys this part. Also, because this one attaches down low, he would get his foot tangled and caught in it, versus this one attaches at the headrest so he doesn't get his feet tangled in it. But this one is also in my Amazon storefront, and then this one's from carleash.com. 3 poisonous things my dog Clover has eaten in his lifetime. Clover over here is 13. He's eaten rat poisoning twice. Apparently, it tastes like candy to him. The first time was an emergency vet visit. The second time, we knew what to do. Grapes. I didn't know that grapes were poisonous to dogs when I was younger, so every day at lunch, I would share my grapes with Clover. And here he is, 13 years later. Chocolate. Chocolate, I did know that was poisonous to dogs, but somehow he had a special knack for getting into it when he was younger. He would find it and open it. I don't even know how, but he loved chocolate. Also, if your dog eats something poisonous, give them hydrogen peroxide to throw it up and then take them to your local vet. I was 11 years old. I asked my parents if I could get a dog for my birthday. Now, I knew that they hated dogs, so I didn't think they were going to say yes, but for some reason they did, and a couple days later, they took me to a local animal shelter rescue to pick out a dog. At first, I picked out like a German Shepherd mix, and my mom was like, no, that one's gonna be too big. Let's get a smaller dog. So we come to the very last kennel in the shelter, and there's these 3 Poodle Terrier mutt mixes. And she goes, these are a good size. Why don't you pick out one of these? So I was like, I like that pure black one. But it was barking way too much. So my mom was like, no, that one's a little loud. How about that one? And she points to Clover, who was in the back of the kennel, curled up in a ball, whimpering, whining, walloping in his own mess. He was the epitome of a sad shelter dog. And she was like, he looks like he needs a really good home. Let's take him home. So we took him home, and honestly, at first, I wasn't sure what I thought because, well, he looked like a mop head. But once we cleaned him up, I was in love. He was the cutest puppy dog ever, and ever since then, he's gotten me through so much stuff in my life.
It looks like your shark toy's gonna poop something out. It is definitely pooping something out. Let's help the guy out. There we go. I guess your shark toy ate a clownfish.
My dog has had this 3-in-1 dog toy for literally months, and he will not rip it open. There's an alien underneath the UFO. Look at how close he got, and he still won't do it. So I'm impatient. We're going to rip off this gross UFO layer and see what the cute alien looks like underneath. Look at it! It's so cute! Oh my goodness, it reminds me of like Mike Wazowski. I love that.
My brother lit a candle, and he was like, hey, just so you know, I lit a candle and I put it in your room. And I was like, thanks, bro. And I go in my room and I put my backpack down on the candle, and then I walked away, and I was like, what is that smell? And then I look over and my backpack's on fire. So I was like, fire! And the first thing that came to my mind was to try to blow it out, which basically only spread the flames, and I almost caught my curtains on fire. The second idea was to take it to the yard and stomp it out. So I grabbed my backpack, which was on fire, ran through the house with it, and my dad opened up the back door at that time because he was outside, and he was like, did someone say fire? And I was like, yeah, my backpack's on fire. And then I stomped it out, went back inside to blow out the candle, but I realized that we didn't stomp it out all the way, and my backpack was still on fire, and the stuff inside my backpack was now beginning to cook, because it was full of stuff. Luckily, my stuff didn't get too ruined, and we were able to put the fire out, but that was my day.
They did. They sent me 3 brand new longboards. I only needed 1, and they sent me 3. Like, and look at how pretty they are. I'm blown away. Sector 9 is an awesome company, and I am so grateful for their kindness. This is the moment that Cody introduced our puppy to his dog, Boo. Now, we called them brothers, although biologically they're different breeds. However, Yuki grew up seeing Boo as his older brother. He would sleep on him on long car rides. He was always right beside his older brother. They would run and chase and wrestle and play, just as brothers do. They had a brotherly bond for each other's. Boo even had to learn how to share his toys with his younger brother, Yuki, which I think is so funny. However, when I moved away from Montana, we had to say goodbye to Boo, and I had no idea if the pups would ever be able to be reunited again. It was a hard decision, but I had to choose what was best for me and my life. However, after 3 months, I am so excited to say that the brothers have finally been reunited. I cannot tell you how much happiness and joy this moment right here brought me. To see Yuki overwhelmed with excitement to be with his brother again made my heart so happy. I do believe that this actually has been the highlight of my year, this moment right here. I know that Boo doesn't look very excited, but Boo is also an older dog, and Yuki is much younger, has a lot more puppy excitement and energy that he can't just contain his happiness. But I'm so excited to have Boo here with us once again. Before my dog ripped it up, after my dog ripped it up. If you want to check out these Rip and Reveal dog toys, the link is in my bio. Some of you guys were so kind and helpful, but you don't have to start a GoFundMe page. Both my younger brother and sister have longboards that they never use, so I'm just going to be stealing their longboards for now until I get another one. And this one, I'm probably just going to file it off and put the bearings lower because I saw a lot of people recommending that in the comments, which would make it still a functional longboard. It would just be a little bit shorter. But personally, I would rather have it as a functioning longboard than a shelf. I don't know. Like, I know if I use it that it's going to break, obviously. But, like, I'd rather get the enjoyment of using it than just having it as a shelf. I don't know. Originally, when I broke it, I didn't see any way of fixing it. So I do appreciate all the comments down below that were like, you can do it this way. Like, all the recommendations on how to fix it. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. So Cody actually helped me pick out this longboard. I got it when I was with him and we would go longboarding together. And today it got away from me and someone accidentally ran it over with their car. So I'm really sad because it was special and it's broken. I also don't have $200 to buy a new one, so I'm really sad. So I ordered another 3-in-1 dog toy off of Amazon, and when I tell you this is by far the cutest one I've seen yet, let me have him show you guys. So wait, let me show the camera before you rip it out. So it's a shark, but it rips into a flounder fish, and then there's a ball at the center of it. How stinking cute is that, y'all? If you want to check this out, the link is in my bio. I'm obsessed with these dog toys. For some reason, they last my dog so long. These are all in my Amazon storefront. Go get them before they sell out. I've seen those videos all over TikTok of like people putting in like raw duck eggs and like liver and then essential oils and then hydrating for their dog. That is way too extra for me. I am broke. I'm going to show you guys what I do to feed my dog in the healthiest way possible, but the cheap way. Take whatever dog food you have. I honestly switch up my brands a lot, but I always stick to salmon flavored dog food. This one's by Pure Balance, Wild and Free. Fill up the doggy bowl. Next, you need some salmon oil. When I tell you this has made a world of difference, this company actually used to sponsor me. I never actually got paid a cent from this company, but I actually genuinely love their product, and this salmon oil has made a big difference in my dog. They never sponsored me. I was an affiliate, and I just didn't make money from my links. Next, you need some Bernie's Perfect Poop. This is an amazing probiotic if your dog has digestive issues or loose stool or stinky gas. This just honestly makes the world of difference. So we're just sprinkling that in there. Add some goodness. Mix it up, and now we're gonna feed him. And there you go, cutie. These are the two products that I use and I love. It's not extra, but it also does make a difference in my pup's health. I'm actually terrified of popping balloons or other people popping them, but we are gonna go see what's up with it and why it is there. So I'm approaching the red balloon now. Yuki does seem less scared, but I don't think he's realized what we are approaching yet. Update, we have gotten much closer and there is no sign of any killer clowns yet. I'm right below it. There's a random cement pool. So I found what it is tied to. It is tied to the very top of this lamppost. There's no way a human is tall enough to tie it to a lamppost, which only confirms that that is in fact the It balloon, and the killer clown put it there. And I'm gonna go inside and take cover now because I know he's around here somewhere. We have to run, Yuki, we have to run! We have to run!